They say silence is golden, but in the frantic post-season scramble of NPB, silence is usually deadly. While the baseball world fixed its gaze on which international ace would land where, a deeper, more localized drama unfolded. The sudden, baffling non-interest shown by the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters toward a Sapporo native pitcher, a man who, just 1 year ago, held one of the most elite relief ERAs in the league.
This isn't just a missed signing, it's a structural breakdown, a signal that something fundamental is rotten within the fighter's assessment strategy, or worse, that a secret injury profile drove him out of the professional game entirely. Welcome back to 605 News One, where we dive deep into the mysteries defining Japanese baseball.
If you're a Fighters fan still reeling from the news that Hiroki Yamamoto, formerly of the Yakult Swallows, chose the amateur route with the Zenfuchu Baseball Club over a professional deal, you are exactly where you need to be. We're going to expose the 5 crucial factors that kept this potential Sapporo hero out of the Fighters' bullpen, and why this blunder tells us everything we need to know about the current state of Ham management. The initial shock among the Fighters faithful was palpable, bordering on disbelief. Here is a 30-year-old left-handed reliever, born and raised right there in Sapporo, who logged 44 appearances in 2022 with a phenomenal 1.42 ERA. That performance wasn't a fluke. His peripheral stats showed an elite 8.5 strikeouts per 9 innings that year, demonstrating genuine swing-and-miss stuff against some of the league's best hitters. But then came the 2023 dip, a 5.17 ERA across 17 games, followed by his release and a tryout where his maximum velocity clocked in at 143 kilometers per hour. Now, the common lazy retort, the one management likely whispered to justify their inaction, is that his decline was too steep to warrant a risk. He's lost his feel, his velocity is gone, and the league figured him out, you'll hear. But that's the superficial reading. That 143 kilometers per hour is deceptive. Yamamoto was never a pure power pitcher. His effectiveness hinged on his nasty slider-splitter combination, which, when properly located, remains an NPB quality outpitch. To ignore a known commodity, especially one with a strong history of high-leverage work, simply because of a single bad, injury-plagued season, is managerial negligence, according to veteran baseball analyst Kenji Sato. Look at his 2022 splitter usage. It was surgical. To walk away from a lefty who gave up just 2 home runs in 44 appearances the year before is borderline malpractice, especially when your bullpen ranked 10th in league relief ERA at 3.85 last season. The critical question shifts from his performance to the fighter's process. Why, when they have multiple open roster spots and a stated goal of rebuilding, did they not even offer him an ikusei, a development contract? Fighters fans know how much the organization prizes local talent. This was tailor-made narrative gold. The answer, which lies at the heart of the conflict, is twofold, exposing the structural fragility of the NPB post-release landscape. Firstly, there's the anticipated counterargument. The risk was too high because the underlying issue was physical, not mental. Rumors swirling among trainers and medical staff suggested a subtle, chronic shoulder instability, perhaps not career-ending, but serious enough to require lower-intensity rehabilitation for 6 to 9 months. NPB teams, particularly those focused on immediate return on investment for veterans, see this kind of long-term project as too burdensome for a 30-year-old. They need a guarantee, and Yamamoto couldn't provide one. You can't just look at the 5.17 ERA and walk away. That's the lazy scout's approach, former Fighters scout Toshiro Oda confided. The real question is why they wouldn't even use an ikusei slot, which is designed for exactly this kind of low-risk talent investment. The Fighters currently have 65 spots filled on their 70-man roster. They had the physical room, yet they showed zero commitment. This brings us to the dramatic climax and the true plot twist, Yamamoto's decision itself. When he announced he would join the Zenfuchu Baseball Club, a corporate club team, he wasn't rejecting baseball. He was rejecting the instability of the NPB ikusei system. For a 30-year-old married man who is the main provider for his family, the low salary, lack of guaranteed long-term employment, and constant pressure of a development contract simply do not outweigh the security offered by a corporate team. The Zen Fuchu Club allows him to be a full-time company employee with health benefits and a stable income while still playing high-level competitive baseball. He chose family responsibility over the fading, brutal spotlight of the pros. Yamamoto himself implicitly hinted at this reality. Being a pillar for my family means more than chasing the fading spotlight. I can still play the game I love while providing security.
The cold, hard truth is that the Fighters, and indeed many other NPB clubs, were unwilling to The cold, hard truth is that the Fighters, and indeed many other NPB clubs, were unwilling to offer the necessary monetary and structural support that would have allowed him to rehab slowly and regain his form. His rejection of the Ikuse path wasn't a sign of inability, it was a devastating indictment of the professional league's failure to prioritize human stability and long-term development for veterans, especially local heroes who clearly wanted to continue playing. The Yamamoto non-signing wasn't about ability, it was about the brutal economics of modern NPB talent evaluation clashing with personal responsibility. The Fighters failed to offer the necessary security, a massive misstep for a team constantly searching for bullpen reliability. But what do you think? Was this a calculated risk by Ham management, believing his high 2023 walk rate, which soared to 4? 5 walks per 9 innings signaled irreparable control loss, or was it a clear failure to prioritize local talent and stability? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to smash that like button, share this deep dive with your fellow fans, and hit subscribe so you never miss another exclusive breakdown from 605 News 1.